Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of SoTellUs Time. We are excited to be here with you guys today. This is going to be a great episode. It is 2025. Holy cow, I can't believe it. The year of 2024 went by so fast. And I got to tell you, though, hey, I'm happy that it did. Like we've said in many episodes, and everybody felt it started out, at least for us, kind of amazing. And then it just kind of like, petered out on us a little bit. We still did good. We still grew. We implemented everything that we talked about with you guys. We implemented for ourselves. And that's the key is if you are implementing these things that we're discussing every single week, you guys are going to have good things happen to your business. These are a lot of times the latest and the greatest, or the things that you might not be thinking about, that we're discussing here on SoTellUs Time, or things that you think about, about, you're like, oh yeah. When you hear it from us, you're like, I need to get that done. And so that's the whole key here, is to help you guys grow your businesses and get focused on the things that truly matter. So this episode is New Year, New Plan. And today we're going to be talking about four things, okay? Four very crucial things that you need to include in your growth plan for 2025. These things are going to absolutely help you grow your business. We have already seen it over and over. We've had customers double, triple, or quadruple their businesses by implementing these four things. And I can tell you right now, these are the most important four things that you could implement in your business right now, because it also includes some of the latest and the greatest, guys. So, all right, Troy, let's jump right in. Let's get this going.
All right. So what we're going to be talking about today is something that we have a little thing for it called KDAA or KDAA, which stands for Keep, Delegate, Automate, and AI. So this is I recently spoke at an event and I did a training on this with all of the business owners there, and they absolutely love this because it really helped them focus in on what they should be working on in their business, what they need to delegate to either employees or contractors, what they can automate, and then what they should be looking at AI to do in their business in 2025. So we're going to be talking about each one of those things. I'm going to be giving you some ideas of what you can do with each one of those. But it's really important, right? As business owners, especially as a small business owner, we tend to wear all of the hats. Our story. How Trevor, my dad, and I, started this business over 25 years ago, and we were doing everything. We've talked about in one of our recent episodes a little bit about that journey, right? We were keeping everything and doing everything ourselves. And then we got our first employees, and we started to learn how to delegate. But you need to be focused. We don't want you guys to take as many years as it took us to figure it out. We want to give you guys the cheat sheet of what you should keep, what you should delegate, what you can automate, and then what you can implement AI for in 2025. So let's talk about keep first. Now, when you think about what you should keep as a business owner, you want to think about what are the critical tasks in your business that you need to manage on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, right? These are those tasks that you have to do them to keep the business running. Now, this doesn't mean that it's just a task that has to be done, right? Because there can be a ton of tasks that have to be done every single day, but they don't need you to do them, right? So these are the critical tasks that require you or your expertise in order to do those tasks and do them successfully. So we'll talk about, what a couple of those are going to be. Now, each one of you, your business is going to be a little bit different. Your tasks are going to be a little bit different. So we're going to give you some ideas of what could be critical tasks in your business. But you need to be thinking about in your business, what are the critical ones for you? So a couple of ideas are marketing. A lot of times the business owner is in charge of the marketing, right? You're the one who's figuring out how to drive more sales into the business. Especially because as you're a smaller business, you don't have the revenue or the finances to be able to maybe hire a in-house marketing person. So you've got to take care of that marketing yourself. Now, what you want to do is, unless that is your passion and something you love, and something you're really, really good at, you need to do it in the beginning, but then eventually you want to get it into the hands of experts. So that could either be, and that'll lead into our delegating, but it could be delegating that marketing over to a employee, that you bring on that is a marketing expert in your company. Or it could be a marketing company, right? An agency that's what they do all day long, and they take care of that for you. But in the beginning, a lot of times, marketing is one of those critical things that the business owner has to do until they grow big enough. The next one is operations, right? Making sure that all of the operational things are happening in the business. So that could be, anything from ordering supplies, making sure you have the products that you need, making sure you have the equipment that you need, all of vendor relations, all of those kind of things. So operations a lot of time is a critical one that the owner is taking on. So for example, for me, a big role in our company is the operational side of the company, right? There are a lot of critical tasks, operational tasks that I am in charge of as an owner in our business. Another one might be partnerships. As business owners start to grow their business and as you form partnerships with other, people, other companies, you have that relationship and you want to maintain that relationship because, again, you have a relationship with them. So you maintain those partnerships. And Trevor and I do that a lot. That's one of our roles, right? Is working with our top partners because of the relationship we've had with them over the last 20 something years. And those are very, very profitable partnerships for us. So it's something that we know that we want to take care of. Another thing could be, especially in the beginning, project management, right? You as a small business owner, you've got to manage the projects. You've got to make sure everything's getting done in your business until you can grow to the point where you could hire a project manager to take that load off of you. So those are just a couple of the things that you need to keep maybe as a business owner. Right. And again, not everything, but again, I want you to think about the things that you need to do in your business. What are the tasks that you need to keep because they are critical and you are the expert in that area? Now, the next one we're going to talk about is delegating. So now these are not maybe critical tasks, but they are very important tasks in your business that you can delegate to a team member or maybe to a contractor. So again, we talked about marketing. Marketing is a great one that if you don't just love marketing and that's what you get up every day and you want to do, that is a great one that you can delegate either to, again, a team member. Now, we want to caution real quick when it comes to your marketing. If you're going to delegate that to a team member, that needs to be their expertise, right? Meaning you don't take someone who is not a marketer and turn them into a marketer because you probably won't have a lot of success doing that. So if you have a team member that's what they're really, really good at, then yes, you could delegate that over to them. If you don't, then you should probably look for, a contractor, an agency, someone out there that can take care of that marketing for you so that you don't have to worry about it. Again, project management, that's another one that eventually as the business owner, you're not going to want to keep it. You're going to want to move that off to a project manager that can make sure that, all the cogs and the wheels are moving in the business while you focus on the business and growing the business. Another place where you can delegate is customer support. And again, going through kind of the life cycle of an entrepreneur in the beginning, when you're wearing all the hats, you're doing all the customer support. And I remember especially, in the beginning for us, Trevor, and you'll remember this too, as we brought on our first employees, we were so excited for our employees to take over the customer support. But what ended up happening, Trevor?
Oh, well, I mean, it was really difficult. It was a difficult transition for us because nobody loves your business like you love your business, which means nobody loves your customer like you love your customer, right? And so we found that it wasn't as easy as we thought to find somebody who was going to, work as hard as we did and B, take care of the customers as good as we did. In fact, I mean, it was like twofold, right? First was trying to find a good employee, somebody that was willing to work and not, climbing climb onto the couch or climb into a bed. I mean, at one point we were running the company way back in the day. We were running out of Ron's house. And I remember we went off, we had a business meeting and grabbed lunch, and then we came back, and one of the employees had literally climbed into one of the beds in the house and fallen asleep. And so I was like, so first it was trying to find that good employee, or, now good employees. And then second, have somebody who would actually take care of the customer like we do, or hopefully even better, to be honest. I mean, they are out there. I can say 25 years into this business, we have amazing employees now. We have built a team and they are out there. It just takes some time to find them, and then you got to reward them.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's really important too, like you said, Trevor, they can actually do a better job than you because as you get busy running the business, right, you don't have the time to give the support that you want to give. So it's not that you don't want to give it, it's that you're just so busy doing everything else that the support you give kind of goes down. So by hiring and having a dedicated customer support person who that's their entire job, they can do a better job because they can spend more time taking care of those clients than you can. The other thing I was thinking about too with that customer support is, especially when you're making that transition from you doing the support to an employee, I can't tell you how many times our clients, they would call in and, talk to our customer support person. And the very first thing they would say is, hey, can you transfer me to Trevor? Hey, can you transfer me to Troy? And like in the beginning, our person was just transferring phone calls to us. And we're like, no. You need to build the relationship, right? It doesn't do us any good for us to get, you just to answer the phone and then us take care of the support. So there is that transition, and you want to think about that, right? Because as you're building your customer base, it's important to make that transition as quickly as you can, that makes sense for your business, so that you're not, that you don't have that hard transition of everyone wants to talk to you instead of their, the support person that's there to help them. Right. So another great way that you can delegate is employee support, right? This is really important. And we've experienced this over the last couple of years. In one of our recent podcasts, Trevor talked about how much we've grown our employees this year, the number of employees that we've brought on to support our customers. And, we've felt this where before, as it was as we had a smaller company, each employee would just come to Trevor and I with everything and anything they needed, and then as the company grew and we put managers in place, employees still wanted to come directly to Trevor and I to discuss anything that they wanted to discuss, rather than going to the managers that were in place. So employee support is a great way to free up your schedule and your time by having someone who can take care of those things that the employees need without it coming directly to you. So again, a great way to delegate is that employee support. Another one is, along with employee support, is HR, right? That's one of the things is, as you hire on employees, you realize how much work there is and how is involved in the HR part of it. Bringing the employee on, training the employee, taking care of payroll, all of those things, So HR is another great place that you can delegate out work that you don't have to do as a business owner. Another great one is sales. So, now again, you always want to think about your skill set, what you love and what you're great at in the business. Maybe you are a natural born salesman or saleswoman and you love that, right? And you want to hold on to that. You want to keep that for a while. That's okay. You can definitely do that. But I'm going to tell you, depending on how big you grow the company, you are not going to be able to close every sale, right? You just won't have time to close every sale. So at some point, you're going to need to delegate the sales process out to other people in the company. And that is a great thing that you can delegate, right? You find the right person and they can, again, a lot of times Trevor and I say, a lot of times our salespeople will sell even more than we do and better than we do.
True.
because again, that's their only job that they're focused on. So sales is another great place for delegation. And then another one is, along with that HR, is the hiring. As we all know, hiring can take a lot of our time as a business owner. So if you can delegate out that process and only get involved when you need to get involved in the hiring process to make sure, make that final decision of, yes, this is the employee that we want to hire, delegate that out. Let all the work before that point be taken care of by someone else. Okay, so the next one we're going to talk about is automate. And you guys have heard us talk about automation over the last year or so. Literally, automation is one of the things that has helped us skyrocket our business and be able to do so much more than our competitors can, because we began automating way before any of our competitors even thought about it. So I remember we were talking to a person who worked for one of our competitors, and they had about 200 clients and they had about 50 employees to handle 200 clients. And they asked us, well, how many employees do you guys have? And I think at that time we had like 5 employees and we were handling thousands of clients. And they're like, how can you do that? And it was like, well, automation. It's about automation for us. We can handle so much more through that automation. So it's the same thing in your business. There are things that you can automate that will, basically exponentially increase what you can do and what your employees can do. So we're going to give you a couple of ideas on automation today. So when you think about automation, you want to think about what are repetitive tasks that you can automate. So now these repetitive tasks can be very important tasks, but they're done over and over and over again, and they happen at a certain time, and you can automate those instead of having a person trying to do that. So some great things that you can automate: customer communication. That is a great way to free up your employees' time. So if they don't have to send out every single communication to your clients, if you can automate those communications, you're going to be able to take the work they do, and you're going to be able to double it or triple it, because the automation takes that off of their plate. So some communication you can automate is nurture campaigns for existing clients. Promotions is another great way. We were just talking to one of our clients the other day, and they used to, every month they would reach out to all their clients and, with a special offer, and they were kind of sending them out. In fact, one of them they had to send text messages individually, one text message at a time to get this offer out to all of their clients. And once we taught them and showed them how they could automate all of that, it was insane, with like a half hour's worth of work versus a couple of days worth of work sending text messages. In a half hour, they're able to send out a promotion to, all of their clients, and immediately filled up their schedule for like the next 2 weeks with that automation. So absolutely blew their mind. They're like, oh my gosh, we used to waste so much time manually doing this, and now boom, it just happens, instantly for us. Another thing, another place that you want to look at automation is in your lead communication. Again, this is where, when it comes to leads, speed is key, right? You've got to get to those leads as quickly as possible. You've got to communicate with those leads as quickly as possible. So lead communication through automation is really, really important. So we're talking about email, we're talking about text message follow-ups. All of that communication can be automated. Those leads can go through a sales pipeline, basically like a journey, that they're going to go through until they're closed. And you can automate all of that. That entire sales process can be automated, so that as leads come in, you're getting to those leads, communicating with those leads, scheduling those leads, closing those leads before your competitors even reach out the very first time to get to them. So another thing is where you can automate with the leads is lost and nurture campaigns, right? Now, we don't close every single lead, but that doesn't mean because they chose that they don't want our service. It could just be that maybe they aren't ready for our service right now. So nurture campaigns for those leads that didn't close can generate a ton of revenue down the road. So you want to make sure, and again, that should all be automated. You don't want to have a salesperson that is, putting in their calendar, in 30 days, follow up with this person. In 30 days, follow up with this person. Like, if you do that, they're going to end up spending all of their time trying to follow up with lost leads and not even be able to pay attention to the new leads. Or they're going to only pay attention to new leads and never follow up with the leads that came in before. So you can automate all of that communication. Another thing you want to look at is calendaring. I can't tell you how many people spend so much time going back and forth trying to, schedule things on a calendar when that can be automated, right? You should be able to send a link to your clients or to your potential clients, the leads, where they can just go online, immediately schedule, and then have that calendar automatically send them reminders to make sure that they show up to their appointment. There's no reason to be manually doing that. I want you to think about the last time you were trying to schedule a meeting with somebody and you had to go back and forth 3 or 4 times via email or text message saying, well, how does Wednesday look for you? No, Wednesday doesn't work. Okay, well, what about Thursday at 2 o'clock? No, 2 o'clock doesn't work. Okay, what about 9 o'clock? No, 9 o'clock doesn't work for me. That's ridiculous. You don't need to do that, right? Another place that automation is great is in the hiring process. So you should be able to capture applications online, right? Have people fill out applications online. You should be able to schedule interviews automatically. Again, think about calendaring, letting people schedule an interview, reminding them to show up to that interview, all of that done without you ever having to communicate with that person. And then if you are going to hire them, why not automatically deliver all of the hiring documents that they need to fill out, right? For HR, so that you can bring them on board. Again, automation for all of those things. And the one more thing we're going to talk about with automation is your marketing, right? You need to be able to automate your marketing. We're talking about, sending out bulk emails and text message campaigns, right? Being able to communicate with all of your clients or all of your leads at once instead of communicating individually with them. Also having those nurture campaigns in place, whether it's nurturing a lead, whether it's nurturing existing customers, those should all be taken care of and automated. Another thing, social media posts. We all know that we should probably be posting on social media, but we don't have time to do it ourselves. We probably don't have the budget to hire an employee to just do social media posts for us. So why not automate that, right? Why not get it set up, have posts set up in advance that they're just going to post all throughout the month so that we don't have to worry about it. All right, so we're going to talk about, the last one we're going to talk about is AI. And we are really excited about AI in 2025. We've talked about that a little bit towards the end of last year. But I'm going to tell you right now, there are so many ways that AI can help your business. And I'm going to just mention a few of those today. One of those, and this is going to kind of blow your mind, is answering your phones. Did you know that AI can actually answer your phones? Not only answer your phones, but answer questions with people on the phone. What about scheduling appointments? Can you imagine someone calls your phone number and AI can actually schedule an appointment for you?
I know. And real quick too, Troy, I'm going to say for our longtime listeners, right? Our faithful members who listen every single week, you have heard us in the past say that AI has its place, that it doesn't do everything. And that is still true. And really what we're outlining, here or lining out for you guys is like the kind of what we talked about in past ones where there's more of a trifecta, right? Everything fits together. You have these different elements and you put them all together in order to work really well for your business. And so we have been working hard on AI. We've been working hard with AI. We've been developing with AI. And so now you might be going, wait, I thought you were saying be careful with it. And you do, you need to be careful with it. Troy's giving you some pointers here where you can use it. And again, you got to put it in the right places in your business or it will hurt your business. It can hurt your business just like anything. If you put it in the wrong places. So what we're talking about today is the places that you should have it in your business or can have it in your business. And if it's trained well, it can do phenomenal for you.
Yep, exactly. Actually, I appreciate you saying that, Charlie. That's so important. Again, we're only going to give you examples of places that you could put it right now. Yeah. That it can be effective. So again, answering the phones, providing prices. How many times do you get a phone call that someone just wants to know what your prices are? Well, why are you answering that phone when an AI could answer that phone and it could give the pricing for them, right?
Yep.
So you're going to be super excited at some things that are coming down the road from us in regards to AI with these kind of services. The other thing is website communication, right? You have your website is awesome, but imagine if your website could communicate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with website visitors, where it could literally not just have information on the website, but actually answer questions. People could communicate with the website. It could answer their questions. It could schedule their appointments, right? It can take care of a lot of that support and those questions that you don't have time to take care of because you're running the business. So taking your website from like a brochure to a literal employee that can communicate and do work for you. And then another place that AI is working really well right now is in content creation. So you can use AI to create articles, blog posts, create content, on your website. You can use AI to generate marketing emails and text messages for you. It is very good at that right now, actually. That's one of its strengths, is the ability to say like, hey, look, I need 5 emails because I'm trying to market this product and I want 5 emails that I can send out about this product. And it can give you great marketing emails and text messages based on that. Another great thing is responding to reviews. So if you have a SoTellUs account, you haven't looked in it lately, our SoTellUs system, our review and referral platform, you can use AI to respond to your reviews, right? Instead of you trying to figure out how to respond to that happy, great review, or even more important, that negative review, AI can take care of that response for you. So that's another great place. Content creation is another area where AI is very strong right now. Anything you want to add, Trevor, before we get to the homework?
I'll just give a quick example, and I may have shared this in previous podcasts. I don't know, but like, for example, when it comes to like the phones, okay, how useful this can be. I know of a salon, okay, that they have days they're closed. So like they're closed on Mondays, and they don't have any stylists in there on Mondays. They don't take appointments on Mondays. But what they do is they pay somebody minimum wage to sit up front at the desk, even though the doors are locked and closed and everything. They have somebody sitting at the front desk paying them minimum wage to answer the phones on the day that they're closed, so that if anyone does call in to make an appointment, they can schedule those appointments for them. That is just absolutely crazy, because minimum wage in most places now is over $15 an hour. And with AI, you can have somebody working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, answering those questions, scheduling appointments, sending them text message, like links in text messages, sending them emails, in fact, transferring the call to a live person if they need to, if they can't answer a question, or if they feel like they need to transfer that call. Then and that is like 30 cents an hour. Okay. So instead of like over $15 an hour, it's like 30 cents an hour is what that can come out to. And so it's just absolutely crazy that people are still doing certain things like that. So that's just an example of like how the phone AI can, the AI receptionist can work for you. There are many, many things that it can do and that AI can do. And then there are, like I said, like I cautioned, there are many, many places that you shouldn't implement AI currently into your business. But what Troy went over, those 3 things of being able to turn your website into a communication system. Your website literally can start communicating with people using AI and automation. It can take over phones, at least the initial phones, and it can create content for you. So it really is getting better and better, and it is time to start implementing AI into your business. So everything we went over today is really good stuff that you guys really need to be thinking about. Because again, I was talking about that you really need, and I said the trifecta. No, that's only 3, but really we've got 4 things here that you need to implement into your business, and it will absolutely help you guys grow that business as well. So let's go over the homework for today. Take a look at your business this week and implement that KDAA. Now, let's just remind you, what is that KDAA? Well, it's keep, delegate, automate, and AI. KDAA. Where can you implement that process into your business this week? Now, if you have any questions, if you don't know where to get started, if you are in the middle of it and you're going, man, I'm racking my brain and I'm, beating my fists against the table because I can't get it to do what I want it to do. I can't, quite figure out this amazing, process that you guys are talking about. Reach out to us. We're absolutely happy to help you guys. We're happy to get you implemented with some of these amazing things that we've got going on, or maybe that you've got going on. We're always happy to help our listeners with any questions that they may have. So not just going to, implement things that we have. Yes, we have these services. If you are like, hey, I don't even know where to get started, we do have services along these lines. So reach out for that as well. But always happy to advise on anything that you guys are working on. So reach out to us. We love you. We appreciate you guys. You're absolutely amazing. It is a new year. It is insane. We are going to just go bonkers in 2025. We've got big plans and we've got the execution to do it. So we're going to be, it's amazing what's coming. Come along with us. Come along for the ride. Listen in every week, but also implement every week like we are, so that you guys can have the most amazing 2025. All right, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. And we will catch you on the next episode of SoTellUs Time.